fucking business. Holy shit. That was my impression of Robert Englund trying to play Freddy right now. No offense, Robert. No offense at all. I love Robert Englund as Freddy. I really do. He is the iconic Freddy fucking Krueger for all intents and purposes. No doubt about it, dude. You know. Today I decided to do a video because I felt like I haven't done one like this in a long fucking time, and it's honestly because I haven't been able to. I haven't had the room or board to shoot one in, and I haven't really been in the mood to do a video. My life's been kind of fucking chaotic here recently, and it's just, you know, I've had shit going on, and oh shit, I want to cut my jugular vein. But I've had, you know, just life's been happening, you know. And I thought, you know what, for the first video to put out for the first time in a while, why not make it something fun to talk about? And that is the fact that, is Robert Englund too old to play Freddy? Because for a while now I've been hearing rumors that people are saying, yeah, he's really hyped up, he's thinking about coming back to play Freddy one more time. In certain interviews, people are saying, oh man, he told this one guy that he was going to do it, and then he told this other dude that, nah man, it's like Freddy versus Viagra. One of the phrases I've heard. Dave McRae, one of my favorite YouTubers, dropped a video recently about this, and you know, I watched his video and I was inspired to give my thoughts on it, and I wanted to honestly tell you what I think about it. I'm not going to rip off his video and shit like some people do. I'm just giving you my honest thoughts about Robert Englund taking on the role of Freddy for the first time in over 15 years, more than that, honestly, since Freddy vs. Jason came out in 2003. And he did that little stint with the Goldbergs, one episode, I think it was like last year or 2 years ago. And to be honest with you, when I watched that episode of the Goldbergs with Robert playing Freddy, after all this time since Freddy vs. Jason has passed, I was kind of let down, to be honest with you. I really was. I was like, God damn, Robert, it's been too long, bro. It's been too long, bro. Like, his physical posture is kind of off now, and his physical stance and everything, you can tell he's put on a couple pounds since Freddy vs. Jason. But I'm not knocking him for that, because, you know, everybody gets older. Nick Castle is not exactly a spring chicken anymore, and he's still a boss as Michael Myers in Halloween 2018, right? The makeup still look badass. You know, they still did a pretty damn good job where the prosthetic makeup is applied at, you know. Where that's regarded, you know, I thought he did a great job as Freddy on that one episode of the Goldberg, so it wasn't that bad. It's just, it was a watered down, comical satire version of Freddy. It wasn't the Freddy that we know and love. It was a very syndicated, family-oriented version of Freddy, you know, and of course they had to make it that way because that's the way the whole TV show is. And now after watching it a few dozen times, I actually laugh my ass off every time I see it, you know. And I originally hated that fucking show, but I actually like that damn show now. So that shows you what time can do. You can change your mind. Just like it's changed Robert's mind quite a few times, you know. He's said in various interviews that he thinks he's got maybe one more in him, one more rodeo in him. But then again, he's like, nah, you know what? I've been retired so long that I'm kind of getting used to sitting out in front of Cracker Barrel playing checkers and eating biscuits and gravy. Fuck that shit, dude. He is, you know, as he said in an interview recently, a little long in the tooth to play Freddy. And he honestly is a little too old to be playing that role now. I can't really see Robert getting back into doing that in a strenuous, grueling 50-day shoot or 20-day shoot, you know, of a new Elm Street movie. Unless they pay him enough. Then he's probably like, fuck it, why not? He's like, why not do it? But still, the way I look at it is like this, okay? I'm a WWE fan, and I'm sorry that light is glaring in the camera, y'all. This is the best I can do for right now until I move into the new house I'm about to move into. This is just temporary, so bear with me. I'm a WWE fan. Monty the Horror Miser is a WWE fan. This is the best analogy I can come up with when it comes to Robert Englund play Freddy one more time. Look at The Undertaker, okay? Uh, he's been playing The Undertaker since 1990. Mark, what the hell is his last name? I can't think of his last name for the sake of my fucking life. If any of you do, say it down below in the comments. But the guy that plays The Undertaker, he's been playing him since 1990. And it's getting kind of fucking time to retire. You know what I mean? Like, it's really past the time for the Undertaker to retire and go into the Hall of Fame and ride off into the sunset, and that's it. He's had his last hurrah about 3 or 4 times already, and it's really getting ridiculous that they keep begging him to come back to the company after he's done put in so much that he's got nothing left to prove. You know, you look at guys like Shawn Michaels, Triple H, they've all got nothing to prove. They've all laid everything they have in the ring many times over and over again. Robert Englund, he's fucking played Freddy since the get-go, and he played him in Freddy vs. Jason, and then Jackie Earle Haley took over the reins of the remake in 2010, which bombed financially. It didn't do jack shit really for the fans. A lot of fans hated it. I myself liked it. I didn't mind the remake. You know, it wasn't the best, but it wasn't the worst. That's for damn sure. And I actually liked Jackie Earle Haley's portrayal of Freddy in that film. You know, he played a very dark, sinister Freddy Krueger. And the fact that so many people keep saying that nobody will ever be able to fill the shoes of Robert Englund as Freddy goes, it's kind of stupid. It's ridiculous. You know, there is somebody out there that can play that role and do it justice. There's not somebody out there that's going to be able to do it just the way Robert Englund done it. But who's to say that we want another Robert Englund impersonator? You know, we don't want that. We don't want someone that's going to get up there and try to mimic his movements or mimic his laugh and everything, you know. They can take inspiration from it, and they can give us the best of both worlds, bring something of their own into the role, and then take something of Robert Englund, his essence of the role, I guess you could say, and make it just an homage to that character and a tribute to Robert's Freddy. But hell, I would be in it. I would even be up for Robert lending his voice, his vocal talents for an animation. You know, do an animated version of Freddy, just like an animated movie of Freddy Krueger. Now that would be cool for me. I wouldn't mind that at all. I mean, can you imagine that, a Nightmare on Elm Street animated movie, but not no Addams Family PG-13 bullshit. I'm talking about an R-rated, graphic, gory, fucked up, really disturbing Elm Street movie with an animated Freddy by Robert Englund. That would be bad fucking ass. I think that would be cool as shit. I know there's a lot of people out there that's going to watch this and probably like, oh, fuck no, dude, that'd be dumb as fuck. Would it though? I think it would be pretty damn cool to have an animated Freddy by Robert Englund. Of course, the voice ain't going to sound exactly the same because it's been a long time since he played Freddy, but I think that would be an interesting way to go about it, you know. And then, speaking of Dave McRae, you know, you have that new fan film that him and Cecil Laird from The Horror Show is now coming up with, Dylan's New Nightmare, which is a direct sequel to Wes Craven's New Nightmare from the early 90s, starring Miko Hughes, who played Dylan in that movie. So, you know, that's coming out sometime this year, I believe. And Dave McRae plays Freddy in that. He does a damn good job at it. But for Robert Englund, honestly, I would have to say that no, I don't want to see him come back as Freddy in a movie because it would feel lackluster. It wouldn't be the Freddy we know and love. Even though it is the actor that plays him, it wouldn't be the Freddy that we got in Nightmare 3 and 4, or a lot of people don't like Freddy's Dead, but it wouldn't even be the Freddy we got in that. Which I still enjoyed. I still love Freddy's Dead. I thought it was great. 4, 5, and 6 is my favorites out of that franchise. I like 3 too. But, you know, I would definitely say, no, Robert, you have nothing else to prove, brother. You know, you've done what you've done over the years. You've given all you got to the fans, and we thank you for it. You have nothing left to prove. There's no shame in stepping aside and let someone else take over the role that can do it justice. And a lot of people are saying Kevin Bacon would be a good version to play Freddy, a good person. He definitely got the physical requirements. You know, Kevin's always been a very physical actor, and vocal talents, I'm not sure, but I'm sure if he worked at it enough, and I'm sure they would dilute his voice enough that it would make sense, it would sound good. You know, that would be interesting. No doubt about it. You know, if Kevin Bacon was given the role of Freddy Krueger. Let me know what y'all think about that down below in the comments, and we'll talk about it. But as far as I'm concerned, as of right now, I don't think Robert needs to play Freddy anymore. I don't believe he has to. He's got nothing left to prove. He should be able to deserve retirement, enjoy it, and do whatever the hell he wants. And like I said, unless he wants to come back and do an animated version of Freddy, now that would be cool as hell. Because if he did a physical version in a new movie, chances are he would have a stunt guy doing 50% of his shit. Like, really, you're not going to see a 60, 70-year-old Robert Englund getting up there jumping around and doing all of the crazy shit that he always did. I mean, in Freddy vs. Jason, he even had pro wrestler Rey Mysterio double him in one of the scenes. So, you know, it's not like we're going to get a lot of physicality from Robert playing Freddy in a new movie. So, really, it would be kind of cheating the fans in a way. So, they ought to just go out, find somebody else that can play it, do it justice, out of respect and all due respect to Robert Englund, but have someone younger, at least in their 40s or so, or 50s, take over the role and do it justice. If not, then just leave it alone. Let it be done. There's no shame in letting the shit die off and not making another one. You know, I can live on the rest of my life enjoying the hell out of the previous Elm Street films. We don't have to have another one, really. You know, I mean, it'd be cool to have one, but hell, fan films are doing amazing things. That'd be cool if it was just fan films from here on out. So, Robert, no, no disrespect, man. Hell, I think you should stay retired. You got nothing left to prove, man. You've done all you've done over the years for us, and I appreciate it and thank you for it. But until next time, it's been me, Souvenir Jason, and I will see y'all later. So take it easy and bye bye.